On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
Vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Lifespan.
The length of time for which a person, animal lives, or thing exists.
Examples:
Lifespan extension. Lifespan retrieval curve. Generally speaking, men have a shorter lifespan than women.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Magnetic.
Having the properties of attracting or repelling certain materials containing iron or steel.
Examples:
Magnetic field. A magnetic tape. The magnetic force of the Earth keeps our planet spinning.
Resonance.
A deep, full, or reverberating sound or tone, a quality or feeling of a particular emotional or mental vibration or significance, a mutual or sympathetic connection or correspondence between two things.
Examples:
Resonance frequency. Harmonic resonance. The singer's voice filled the auditorium with beautiful resonance.
Neuroscience.
The scientific study of the function, structure, and disorder of the brain and the nervous system.
Examples:
The branch of neuroscience. A theoretical concept in neuroscience. Our university is famous for its professors, who are well-versed in behavioral neuroscience.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
the structure of a machine, structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
function properly, immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Structural.
Associated with the way on construction or organization of anything.
Examples:
structural analyses, structural reorganization. The earthquake resulted in significant structural destruction.
Snapshot.
An informal photograph, especially one taken quickly.
Examples:
take a snapshot, developed snapshot. There were framed snapshots of family and friends in her room.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
photograph album, photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Resolution.
A firm decision or determination to do or not do something, the action of solving a problem, dispute, or conflict, the quality of being resolved or determined, the clarity and sharpness of an image or display.
Examples:
resolution of a conflict, display resolution. He made a New Year's resolution to exercise more and eat healthier.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
the quest for truth, on a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Functional.
Designed for or capable of a particular activity, purpose, or task, practical or ready for use or service.
Examples:
field of functional medicine, functional deafness. The mobile phone was still functional even after being dropped.
MRI.
Abbreviation for magnetic resonance imaging, a medical imaging technique that uses a strong magnetic field and radio waves to produce detailed images of the inside of the body.
Examples:
MRI brain image, cardiac MRI. The MRI machine uses powerful magnets to produce detailed images of the inside of the body.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
Perceive a threat. Perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Radical.
Relating to the essential aspects of anything, far beyond the norm, mainly used of opinions and actions.
Examples:
A radical flaw in the plan. A radical cure. The government established by the coup was more radical than before.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Childhood.
The state or time of being a child.
Examples:
Since childhood. Childhood development. He had fond memories of his childhood spent playing in the park with his friends.
Adolescent.
A young person who is in the process of developing from a child into an adult.
Examples:
Adolescent girl. Pre-adolescent children. Timely education about birth control might help reduce adolescent pregnancies.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc., of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples:
Hormone secretion. Female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Puberty.
The process of a person's physical changes through which their sexual organs develop and become capable of reproduction.
Examples:
At the height of puberty. The onset of puberty. In this culture, men are initiated when they reach puberty.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Attain.
To achieve or reach a goal or level of success.
Examples:
Attain success. Attain a complete victory. She is determined to attain her degree in computer science.
Stable.
Firm and steady, not easily moved, disturbed, or changed.
Examples:
In stable condition. Have a stable job. Relations between the two countries have been relatively stable due to the summit meeting.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
Financial independence. Independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Prefrontal.
In or about the foremost part of the frontal lobe of the brain.
Examples:
Prefrontal bone. Prefrontal region. Research shows that damage to the prefrontal cortex leads to increased aggression.
Cortex.
The outermost layer of an organ, especially the brain.
Examples:
Cortex cells. Visual cortex neuron. The cerebral cortex consists of 6 layers.
Proportionally.
In a way that corresponds in size, amount, or degree to change in something else.
Examples:
Distribute the profits proportionally. Proportionally increased. Northern regions have proportionally greater rates of unemployment.
Humming.
Producing a continuous, low, vibrating sound like that of the bee.
Examples:
Humming sound. Hummingbird. The humming of the bees filled the air as she walked through the garden.
Cognitive.
Of or relating to mental processes of understanding.
Examples:
Improve cognitive function. Research on cognitive psychology. His cognitive faculties were getting worse because of a lack of sleep.
Decision maker.
A person who makes important decisions, especially at a high level in an organization.
Examples:
Policy decision maker. Act as a decision maker. A wealth of information does not always have a positive impact on decision makers.
Inhibit.
To prevent something, such as an action, process, etc., from happening or make it less likely to happen than normal.
Examples:
Inhibit desires. Inhibit tumor growth. Excessive parental interference may inhibit children's eagerness to learn.
Inappropriate.
Not suitable or proper for a particular situation or occasion.
Examples:
Inappropriate behavior. Inappropriate content. His comments were wholly inappropriate on such a solemn occasion.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Awareness.
The fact or state of knowing something exists and is important.
Examples:
Awareness of my ignorance. Raise public awareness. There has been a gradual but steady rise in environmental awareness.
Undergo.
To go through something unpleasant or that involves a change.
Examples:
Undergo surgery. Undergo a decrease. The train has to undergo rigorous safety checks.
Dramatic.
Very sudden, very excellent, or full of action and excitement.
Examples:
Make dramatic changes. A dramatic rescue at sea. The statement had a dramatic impact on house prices.
Volume.
The amount of space occupied by an object or substance, the magnitude of sound.
Examples:
Volume of work. High volume. This container has a volume of 10 cubic meters.
Graph.
A picture consisting of a line, lines, points, etc., that shows how two or more sets of certain quantities are related to each other.
Examples:
Graph theory. A graph sample. This bar graph shows sales over the past 5 years.
Peak.
The point to which something or someone is at its strongest, best, or most successful, the pointed top of a mountain.
Examples:
At peak hour. The peak current in the circuit. This measurement aims to reduce traffic at peak periods.
Arrow.
A thin, pointed projectile designed to be shot from a bow, a symbol or pointer that is shaped like an arrow.
Examples:
Arrow pointing. Arrow diagram. The archer aimed his arrow carefully at the target.
Indicate.
To show, point out, or make known something, often through a sign or a symbol, to suggest or imply something without stating it directly.
Examples:
Indicate a preference. Indicate an error. The data indicates that the company's profits have steadily increased over the past quarter.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Significance.
The importance or value attached to something. The quality of being significant or noteworthy.
Examples:
Significance level. Mystical significance. The significance of his discovery cannot be overstated.
Decline.
To become gradually smaller, fewer, worse, etc. To refuse to accept.
Examples:
Decline a job offer. Decline in quality. As people age, their digestive capacity also gradually declines.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Synapse.
The fact or state of failing to finish an activity and of stopping using, making, or doing it.
Examples:
Synapse circuit. And at a synapse. Animals transmit nerve impulses through synapses.
Correspond.
To match or be similar to something else almost exactly, to exchange messages.
Examples:
Correspond to a standard. Correspond with a foreign student. The numbers on the sign correspond to points on the map.
Prune.
A dried plum that has a black, wrinkled appearance. Verb, to cut off branches from a tree, bush, or plant, especially to encourage growth.
Examples:
Prune a branch. Wrinkle like a prune. You should remove the seeds from the prunes before cooking.
Elimination.
The act or process of removing or getting rid of something or someone.
Examples:
Waste elimination. An elimination tournament. The government's efforts toward disease elimination have been successful in many regions.
Unwanted.
Not wanted or desired.
Examples:
Unwanted attention. Unwanted guests. He threw away the unwanted items in his closet.
Dependent.
Relying on someone or something else for support or aid.
Examples:
Dose-dependent induction. A dependent person. The small island nation is heavily dependent on tourism as its main source of income.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Strengthen.
To become stronger or more effective, to make someone or something stronger or more effective.
Examples:
Strengthen the immune system. Strengthen a border patrol. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body.
Bush.
A plant growing thickly, with many small branches and several stiff stems coming up from the root.
Examples:
Trees and bushes. A bush of hair. I am going to trim this bush off.
Branch.
A division of a tree or woody shrub that grows out from the trunk or a main stem, a division of some larger or more complex organization.
Examples:
Branch office. A branch pipe. The branch of the tree had fallen and blocked the road.
Remaining.
Left over or still present after other parts have been used, removed, or destroyed, existing or persisting in a particular state or condition.
Examples:
Remaining time. Remaining balance. The remaining supplies were quickly distributed among the survivors of the natural disaster.
Fine-tune.
To make tiny changes or improvements to make it work as well as possible.
Examples:
Fine-tune financial systems. Fine-tune the engine. The government should not try to fine-tune the economy excessively based on a short-term prediction.
Tissue.
An ensemble of similar cells of the animal or plant that together carry out a specific function.
Examples:
a facial tissue, loss of muscle tissue. The researcher separated the nervous tissue for microscopic examinations.
Specify.
To explain or state something clearly and exactly.
Examples:
specify a cause, specify an option. You can specify the font color by clicking the Color tab.
Inquiry.
The act or process of asking a question or asking for information, an official process of investigating a matter of public interest.
Examples:
inquiry about the product, launch an inquiry. Our tech support responds to the first inquiry exceptionally promptly.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
interact directly with customers, interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Illustrate.
To provide pictures, photographs, diagrams, etc. in a book or something for explanation.
Examples:
illustrate a key point, illustrate a story. The company's financial records illustrate how successful it has been.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
non-technical aspects of the job, aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Automatic.
Able to work or operate with little or no direct human control, independent of external control.
Examples:
automatic operation, the automatic shrinking of the pupils. In passenger aircraft, it is common to use an automatic pilot during cruising.
Instinctive.
Relating to or based on instinct, done without conscious thought, as if from an inner compulsion or natural tendency.
Examples:
instinctive reaction, instinctive behavior. It was instinctive for the mother to protect her child from harm.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
emotional health, emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Split.
To divide, or to make something divide into two or more parts, especially along a particular line.
Examples:
split a bill, split a reward equally. Companies often split their shares to lower the stock price and encourage investors to buy.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Presumably.
Believed to be true or likely based on the available evidence, or supposed to be the case without definite proof.
Examples:
Presumably accurate. Presumably refuse the offer. The witness's testimony was presumably based on what he had seen and heard.
Facial.
Of or relating to a person's face.
Examples:
Facial nerve. Facial expressions. Facial profiling is a new form of airport security.
Expression.
The act of conveying thoughts, feelings, or ideas using words, facial expressions, body language, or art, a look or gesture that conveys a particular emotion or mood.
Examples:
Artistic expression. Expression of interest. His facial expression showed a mix of surprise and confusion.
Stadium.
A large, usually roofless building with tiers of seats for spectators at sports or other events.
Examples:
Stadium seating. Stadium capacity. The baseball stadium was filled with excited fans eagerly awaiting the start of the game.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples:
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone. To identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Gesture.
A movement of the hands, head, or face that express a particular meaning.
Examples:
Gesture of goodwill. Hand gesture. She made a facial gesture to express disagreement.
Underlying.
Significant as a cause or basis of something, but not immediately apparent or stated clearly.
Examples:
An underlying motive. An underlying cause of an accident. The underlying principle of every business was identical.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples:
Control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Precise.
Sharply exact or accurate or delimited.
Examples:
Precise analyses. Estimate precise costs. The content is precise and informative for me.
Scan.
To examine something hastily, with the eyes or with a machine, to get information.
Examples:
Scan the face of a man. Scan a document into PDF. She stood on the podium and scanned an audience.
Medial.
Referencing or situated in the middle of something, pertaining to or located near the axis of the body.
Examples:
Medial thigh. Medial approach. The medial side of the knee is prone to injury in certain sports like soccer and basketball.
Midline.
An imaginary line that divides something, such as a shape, object, or body, into two equal or symmetrical halves.
Examples:
Midline incision. Midline herniation. The midline of a rectangle divides it into two halves.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Meta.
Pertaining to or involving a higher or more abstract level of analysis, interpretation, or self-reference, often used to describe aspects of gaming, social media, or other online communities that involve self-conscious or self-referential elements.
Examples:
Meta-analysis. Meta-language. The meta-description of a website is an important element for search engine optimization.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Standing.
Existing or remaining upright, having a vertical position, noun, social, financial, or professional status or reputation.
Examples:
Standing water. His social standing. The standing concert was packed with fans.
Occlude.
To obstruct or block something, usually a passage or opening, in a way that prevents normal flow or access.
Examples:
Occlude a blood vessel. Occlude the ureteral orifice. The traffic jam occluded the road and caused a significant delay in the journey.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Instinctively.
As a matter of nature or intuition rather than thought or training.
Examples:
Instinctively grab the knife. Instinctively bad with children. Some researchers claim that even humans can instinctively sense earthquakes.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Intelligent.
Having the capacity for thought and reason, especially to a high degree.
Examples:
An intelligent person. Intelligent assisting system. Intelligent robots that can cooperate with humans have limited motor output for safety.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Background.
The details of a person's social heritage, such as family, vocational or educational experience, past information that is essential to understanding a situation or problem.
Examples:
a background color, a criminal background. The company's hiring criteria emphasize personality, not a person's background.
Arbitrary.
Based on chance, or individual whim rather than any reason.
Examples:
arbitrary size and shape. The arbitrary rule of a dictator. He collected data to avoid arbitrary decisions.
Ongoing.
Continuing to exist or develop, or currently happening.
Examples:
still ongoing. Ongoing support. The new Prime Minister has vowed to take measures against the ongoing economic crisis.
Percentage.
The number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per 100.
Examples:
the percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Reduction.
A decrease in size, amount, or degree.
Examples:
reduction strategy. A gradual reduction. The reduction in carbon emissions has been significant since the implementation of the new policy.
Contrast.
To put in opposition to show or emphasize differences.
Examples:
contrast with a decade ago. Contrast two things. It's intriguing to compare and contrast the two authors.
Parody.
A comedic or satirical imitation of serious work intended to ridicule or criticize.
Examples:
political parody. Parody song. The play was a parody of a famous Shakespearean tragedy.
Demon.
An evil spirit, supernatural being or entity often depicted as malevolent or harmful.
Examples:
demon hunter. Cast demon eyes. The actor's portrayal of the demon in the horror movie was terrifying.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Moodiness.
A tendency to experience mood swings or to be easily affected by changes in mood.
Examples:
control your moodiness. Moodiness during puberty. His moodiness made it difficult for his coworkers to predict how he would react to things.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples.
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Anecdote.
A short and amusing or interesting story about a real incident or person.
Examples.
Personal anecdote. Funny anecdote. She entertained the guests with anecdotes about her travels and experiences.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples.
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples.
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples.
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples.
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Notion.
A general idea or understanding of something, particularly an abstract or complex concept, a belief or opinion, often one that is not based on solid evidence or facts.
Examples.
Notion of success. Vague notion. The notion of time travel has long fascinated scientists and fiction writers alike.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples.
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples.
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples.
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Quotation.
A group of words taken from a text or speech and repeated by someone other than the original author or speaker.
Examples.
Double quotation marks. Take a quotation. He included a quotation from the book in his essay.
Tale.
A story made up in someone's imagination, especially one full of action and adventure.
Examples.
A fairy tale. Tale of horror. Ghosts in folk tales are almost always malicious.
Wench.
Considered offensive and is generally not used in modern English, a young woman or girl, usually of low social status.
Examples.
Wench costume. Serving wench. The pirate ship had a wench who cooked meals for the crew and helped with the sails.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples.
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Hunt.
To go after and try to catch wild animals to kill them for food, sport, or profit.
Examples.
Hunt a job. Hunt after knowledge. Hounds hunt their prey by using their keen scent.
Portray.
To depict or describe someone or something in a painting, film, book, or other artistic work.
Examples.
Portray feelings in words. Accurately portray the condition. We often portray political problems as religious issues.
Tendency.
An inclination or predisposition towards a particular behavior, attitude, or course of action, a natural or prevailing tendency or characteristic.
Examples.
Economic tendency. Curious tendency. There is a growing tendency among young people to prioritize experiences over material possessions.
Prone.
Inclined or likely to do something or to show a particular characteristic, especially something bad, lying face downward.
Examples.
Accident prone. Prone to diarrhea. He was prone to making rash decisions.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples.
Above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Impressive.
Arousing admiration due to size, quality, or skill.
Examples.
Impressive performances. An impressive array of facts. The budget reduction was an impressive feat for our nation.
Limbic.
Of or relating to the system of the brain that supports a variety of functions, including emotion, behavior, long-term memory, and olfaction.
Examples:
Limbic cortex, limbic epilepsy. The limbic brain region responded readily to negative or sad sounds.
Reward:
A thing given in acknowledgement of service, hard work, achievement, etc.
Examples:
The reward for good works. Shopping rewards cards. Night fishing has a lot of rewards.
Hypersensitive:
Easily or overly affected emotionally, physically, or mentally by stimuli or situations that are not normally considered stressful or upsetting.
Examples:
Hypersensitive reaction. Hypersensitive nerve endings. She became hypersensitive to criticism after being bullied in school.
Excessive:
Greater than what seems necessary, normal, or desirable.
Examples:
An excessive force. Take excessive care. It would be best if you did not demand such an excessive charge.
Profound:
Extremely great, sensed or experienced very strongly, displaying a high level of knowledge or comprehension.
Examples:
A profound book. The profound depths of the sea. My mother's illness had a profound impact on us all.
Implication:
Something that is inferred or indirectly stated, the act or fact of being involved in something.
Examples:
The implication in a crime. The implication of a word. His poem has a very significant implication.
Rehabilitate:
To restore to good health or physical condition, to help someone return to a normal life, especially after a period of illness, addiction, or imprisonment.
Examples:
Rehabilitate prisoners. Rehabilitate wildlife. The organization works to rehabilitate drug addicts and help them rebuild their lives.
Intervention:
The action or process of being done to improve or help a circumstance, often they have not been asked to do so.
Examples:
Intervention by foreign powers. Surgical intervention. This intervention does not require the patient's consent.
Routinely:
On a regular or habitual basis, in a manner that is customary or expected.
Examples:
Routinely check. Routinely scheduled maintenance. They routinely conduct fire drills to ensure everyone in the building knows what to do in an emergency.
Grandparent:
A parent of one's father or mother.
Examples:
Great-grandparent. Person of grandparent age. She was close to her paternal grandparents and often spent summers with them.
Secondary.
Of a lower rank, status, or importance about something else, not primary or central, derived from or caused by another source.
Examples:
secondary education, secondary sources. The secondary camera on my phone takes high-quality photos.
Adaptable.
Able or willing to modify or be modified to deal with new situations.
Examples:
adaptable enough for the environment. An adaptable person. We seek a candidate who possesses adaptable fighting potential.
Malleable.
Able to be easily shaped, molded, or manipulated, particularly in a physical or metaphorical sense, capable of being adapted or changed according to different circumstances or situations.
Examples:
malleable clay, malleable attitude. Gold is a malleable metal that can be easily shaped into different forms.
Fantastic.
Extremely good, excellent.
Examples:
a fantastic dress. Absolutely fantastic event. The new amusement park ride was fantastic, with twists, turns, and drops that left riders screaming with excitement.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Heighten.
To increase or enhance the intensity, degree, or extent of something, to make something more pronounced or noticeable, to intensify or amplify.
Examples:
heighten anxiety. Heighten emotions. The use of bright colors in the painting heightened the overall sense of joy and vibrancy.
Impulse.
A sudden strong and unreflective wish or need to do something, the electrical discharge that travels along a nerve fiber.
Examples:
a combative impulse. Profound religious impulses. Nerve impulses cross a synapse through the action of neurotransmitters.
Stigmatize.
To accuse, condemn, or openly or formally consider somebody or something as not deserving respect.
Examples:
stigmatize the deviant as criminal. Stigmatize him as a swindler. She was stigmatized by society because she had a child out of wedlock.